Angel Reese and Napheesa Collier go toe-to-toe in a battle royale where the Sky beat the Minnesota Lynx in a seat belt of a game. Yes, I know I mostly cover the Indiana Fever, but I watched all the games, and this game is worth talking about because in the beginning of the game, the Chicago Sky were putting the hammer down on the Minnesota Lynx. In the first half, Angel Reese was absolutely dominant over Napheesa Collier. This is probably my favorite matchup right now to watch since the Showtime Fever are not back yet, but the Chicago Sky and the Minnesota Lynx, weirdly, Chicago ranked so low and Minnesota Lynx being the top team in the league, are quite a matchup for one another. In the first half, the Chicago Sky were just completely out-rebounding the Lynx. Ariel Atkins was having a crazy game, Kamilla Cardoso was heating up, and Angel Reese was on fire. When Angel Reese and Napheesa go toe-to-toe, it is always cinema. It's like Angel Reese is Napheesa Collier's kryptonite. In my personal opinion, right now, the way that everything looks, Napheesa Collier is the 100% front runner for MVP. Angel Reese is not even in the question at all. Yet, when they match up, Fee always has such a hard time. She has a hard time getting around Angel Reese for buckets. She's just trying to snatch that chain off of Fee. They were trading blocks. These teams get physical with each other. At one point, Cheryl Reeve gets so upset she gets a tech. And I haven't watched the post-game presser, but I will put money on the fact that Cheryl Reeve will call out the officiating or the contact in some way. But let's rewind for a little bit. The first half was 1,000% dominated by the Chicago Sky. I thought this was going to be a runaway game, and I know that the Sky sell their leads, and I also know that the Lynx are a team that come back from behind from being down. But this game was just so dominant and so lopsidedly dominant, I didn't think they had a chance. In the third quarter, the Lynx kept chipping away though, and they brought the lead down to just 9. And into the fourth quarter, it became a 1-bucket lead. The Lynx never had the lead, but they were consistently 1 bucket away, leading many people, myself included, to believe, oh my God, are the Lynx actually going to sell this game too? And for a while, it was pretty touch and go. The Lynx got a lot of momentum. I was texting back and forth with a friend, and they were saying that, yup, the Lynx are going to get this. Yup, the Chicago Sky are selling this lead. But they fought back. And the momentum shifted once again. Everybody was scrambling. I have never heard as many whistles blown in a game. As a matter of fact, in the last time that they matched up, I had never heard as many whistles go off. There must be a record for how many whistles were blown in this game and last game possibly. But the Lynx started looking pretty desperate, and Courtney Williams in the very last minute of the game, for some reason, decided to take a jump shot over 6'7" Kamilla Cardoso, who is 11 inches taller than her. And this is how that turned out. But all of the starters had great games. It was 27 large points by Ariel Atkins. It was pretty crazy. She almost put down a 30-piece. Kamilla Cardoso comes away with 17 points and 15 rebounds. Angel has 19 points and 11 rebounds. Just those two combined, Kamilla and Angel, they had what? 26 rebounds. They were crashing the glass. And Napheesa Collier stuffed the stat sheet. She came away with 26 points, 3 steals, 5 assists, 8 rebounds. And Kayla McCBride came in second in points with 17 points. Courtney Williams came away with 13. She was actually struggling a lot in the beginning, but, pulled it together in the second half. Alana Smith came away with 8 points, but she also had 6 steals, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. So she also stuffed that stat sheet. And this game at times was pretty sloppy. A lot of people were just like letting go of the ball, chasing the ball down, but in the most fun way possible. It wasn't sloppy in a way that wasn't keeping me on the edge of my seat, if that makes any sense. I can't wait for every single time this team plays against each other. Actually, Napheesa Collier did pick Angel Reese for her all-star team because what's the old adage? Keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. If I am being totally honest, I was really hoping that Caitlyn would pick Angel for her team. Because all the drama aside, Angel is absolutely balling out in these last like 4 or 5 games, and she is becoming a really great player. At the end of the day, I have to give credit where credit is due, and Angel's performance has been outstanding. And for as hard as it has been for Kamilla Cardoso and Angel Reese to play together on the court, today they worked really well together, both of them putting up massive numbers, doing things a little bit differently, adding what they could on the court, and it really worked. This Chicago Sky team is finding its stride. They lost their veteran point guard. They had to kind of reshift everything, and I am definitely seeing a cohesion in the Chicago Sky. I'm not sure if you guys are aware of the show StudBudz, which is a show that Courtney Williams and Napheesa Heidemann stream on Twitch. Well, they often just kind of have different players in, kind of just like chopping it up, having fun. They're actually super fun to watch. They're going to be doing a 72-hour live stream at the All-Star game that Caitlin Clark herself actually called out. Anyway, they previously had Dejanay Carrington on their show, and they were talking about who Dejanay Carrington from the Dallas Wings had actually beat, and this was when the Dallas Wings were pretty bad. They have recently been finding their stride. However, Courtney Williams asks Dejanay Carrington, so who have you guys actually beat? Did you even beat the Chicago Sky? So here's how that went.
But for real, who did y'all beat? I'm not even joking. I'm being for real. Who did y'all really beat? Chicago? Y'all ain't beat Chicago?
That kind of aged badly. Courtney Williams is essentially saying that anyone can beat the Chicago Sky, and the Minnesota Lynx, Courtney Williams included, Courtney Williams, who did not have a very good first half whatsoever, could not sink a bucket, went down to said Chicago Sky. And there's a lot of people actually trolling this clip on social media, and Courtney Williams herself responded to the clip saying, "Oh, y'all were waiting, we're running it back Monday, run it back." A lot of people commented to that saying, Court better have a career game Monday. I can't believe she hit send on that comment. She's reckless, ha ha ha. Like, this is all fun stuff though. Court don't care, I love her. And honestly, Courtney Williams is probably one of the best personalities in the WNBA. She really doesn't have any hate in her heart, and she blocks out all the noise. She blocks every negative comment said about her. So I think this is all in good fun, and I can't wait until they do run it back. But the Chicago Sky are really finding a rhythm. I have been watching them, and even in the games that they've been losing, I have been seeing the team come together and play better as a unit. I previously felt that Kamilla Cardoso and Angel Reese played well separately with different lineups in the rotation, but today they played really well simultaneously, so I will probably be bumping them up in my power rankings. And absolutely looking forward to Monday, which is the next time they play the Minnesota Lynx. I sure hope Courtney Williams puts her money where her mouth is.